Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. This is a special recording. Me and my
Special.
boy, Reggie, King of the Trolls, Sykes. And I'm your boy, D.
Mm-hmm.
Dot. We got a little bit of information that we want to share about the NBA free agency. I think my partner here wants to do a little bit of ranting. And you know what? It's many people, it's their Friday. So I'm down with a little bit of ranting today and everything. Things happened last night with the Eastern
Mm-hmm.
Conference, also with the fakers, as my boys would say. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just go ahead and get on into it, man. How's it going today, Reg?
It's going good, but first of all, I didn't want to do this from my office and stuff. I want y'all to see that charcoal grill right there. I got more than just regular grills. I got the black stone grill right here. Oh, look, let me
You,
see if
you
I
said
can't
we
turn
were
the camera.
talking about the
I got the
NBA.
black stone grill. We
You
are,
said we were.
but you always talking about my grills, and I got the Traeger right there. Yeah, so I got three. I'm a master griller, and I grill any kind of way I want to grill. So yeah, that's my first half the rave. My next rave is, man, I'm so tired of all these teams making these trades just so they can beat the Pacers. Everybody, that's why I'm golfing in my Pacers gear today. That's why I'm golfing in my Pacers gear today. Just because all these teams are getting ready to try to beat the Pacers. I don't care if the Knicks won a chip last year. I don't care about that. I'm just saying that all these teams, the Greek going to Miami, Brown going to Boston, all these
You
trades
mean
being
Philly?
made
You mean Philly?
to beat the
Brown from
Pacers.
Philly going to Philly.
Yeah, Philly. And all these trades have been made because they want to beat the Pacers. Nobody's talking about the Pacers because last year we only won 19 games with a bunch of injury players and a bunch of players that are on the G League and a bunch of AAU players. So the Pacers will be back next year. And I'm tired of everybody skipping over talking about the Indiana Pacers because next year it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for the East. Everybody's going to be in trouble. Let me make sure I get that charcoal grill cover back in there.
You know,
Okay, now
we're
let's
really,
go right.
really impressed with your cover for your charcoal grill. That's really nice. I'm
Hey
glad
man,
you got that there.
hey man, you gotta have a whole bunch of covers. All my covers got names on. My Blackstone got the name on it. My Trigger got the name on it. It's when you
Hey,
grill like I grill,
I guess
man, you got your
that's
grill
rich people
swell.
problem. I can't relate to that. I just got a good old plastic bag covering my grill, man, because I can't do much else with that. So I need to do what you're doing, man, and see if we can get that figured out. But let's talk about this, man. I know there's been a lot of conversation about Philadelphia and Boston, that trade, and how it all kind of came down. Give me your thoughts, man, on what was Boston thinking. And again, I know you love that general manager. You love that general manager.
Yeah,
Oh, he's so smart and he's the greatest of all time. He was at Butler and all that. Give me your thoughts, brother.
hey man, I loved him when he was at Butler, but I don't love him at Boston. I mean, that's
Okay.
sleeping with the enemy to me, man. Yeah, he may be smart, he may be dumb. I don't care. He's still with Boston, and I don't like Boston. I don't like nobody but the Pacers. Secondly, I think he's trying to get under the cap. He got draft picks. He's gonna have to pay Brown a top notch contract. He's already been trying to trade him a bunch. So I think that he had to let Brown go. And he probably wanted more, but he
Because
probably won't
what?
get more.
Dude, the Browns got 2 more years left after this year on his contract.
And then he's gonna want another max contract.
But that's
You know,
3 years from now. That ain't next
Yeah,
year.
it is. It is. I agree with you. But you
He,
also got to think too. He's tried to trade him, so he's thinking Brown's probably disgruntled and don't want to be there. So that's probably a little bit of his thinking going on. Hey, then he's probably thinking, hey, Brown wants to be a number one. We have Tatum here that's a
what do you
number
mean
one.
wants to be a number one? He is the number one, and he ain't the one coming off an Achilles injury. You got to try something better than that. You ain't going to waste my damn time during the day just talking crazy. So you got to do better than that. Ain't no way in the hell. He
So
ain't the one coming off an Achilles injury.
you said Tatum is better than Brown. Basically, is what you're saying. I
No,
mean,
I didn't
Brown's
say that.
better
I
than
said
Tatum.
Brown is the number one.
Okay. Okay. So you think they
He's
should
not the
trade
one.
Tatum?
He ain't the one coming off injury. He's a two-way player who doesn't jack up threes when an open layup is there.
Okay. Well, we're
Let's
gonna
not,
see.
well, no, I know we're
So
gonna see. We've seen it for his whole career. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying this is Tatum's
I
year
need
now.
you to no. I need
Hold
you
on.
to eviscerate Brad Stevens. Be
No,
truthful.
I'm not gonna. I'm
Be
not. I don't. I
truthful.
don't care about Brad Stevens. I don't
Yes,
care
you
about
do.
Boston.
Go in on it because
No,
you making excuses for him. I don't want to hear that.
no,
Oh,
I'm
he
not
thought
making any
paid
excuses
him
for him.
contract. No,
It is
no.
what it is. I'm
Ain't
not
no, it
making
is
any
what it
excuses
is.
for him. They got the draft picks. They got from under a big contract that they probably didn't
Those draft,
agree.
that's 4 years from now. 4 years
Yeah,
from you don't know what those ones going to be.
you probably right. But hey, it is what it is. Brown probably didn't want to be there no more. You go in on him. Let me hear you go in him. I don't care about him. He ain't that Butler no more. So
Hey,
you can
listen.
go in on him.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to go in on him because everybody else is. I just want to see you do it because you so protective of I like Butler, I like Vincent, I like No, you so damn protective. I want to see you go in.
What
Brown,
does he have to
like
do with Butler now? He
like
ain't even at
like
Butler
that
now.
link I
The
said he
minute,
does. He still
the
does.
minute, the
He's from
minute,
Indiana. He's from
the
Indiana.
minute,
He went to
the
school here.
minute,
He
the
don't want to hear
minute,
that.
the minute he signed with Boston, he was sleeping with the enemy. Do I wish bad for him? No.
Why
But I
not?
don't
Why
care
don't you
about what
wish
he
bad
do
for him? Why don't you
because
wish
he's from
bad for him?
Indiana. Because he's from
See, that's
Indiana.
why you make excuses for his butt too.
I'm not making no excuse.
Like
But
that clip I sent you, Jaylen Brown, smartest man in the NBA. They're afraid of him. I've been telling y'all this for years. They're afraid of him. That's their
I,
problem.
I don't have a problem with that. The college he went to, the things he's done, yeah. He's a highly intelligent individual. So I definitely don't have a problem with it.
What's the biggest fear? An intelligent brother in the NBA.
True that. True
So
that.
look,
I'll give
I'm
you
gonna
that.
tell you this: Philadelphia got listen, we don't know what it's going to wind up being. We have no idea. On paper, it looks as though Philadelphia fleeced them with Paul Mental Medicine George 25 games later, right? I hope he
Well,
goes
you got to
there.
think he was suspended last year. It wasn't all because of injury.
No, I said 25 games on the suspension. And you know what? I hope he goes there and absolutely fails. I hope he falls on his face. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a mid-range guy. Yeah, he can hit the three from time to time. I hope it's a terrible fit. I hope those people in Boston tear him apart limb from limb after he misses about 5, 6, 7 games in a row for some injury that he has. So I'm hoping that's what happens. I'm hoping the worst for Boston. I'm hoping the whole thing crumbles because they're not a threat in the East anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's how I feel about Boston.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't like none of the teams. Let's move on to the Sixers real quick so I can rant about them while I go inside because my forehead is sweating. So, yeah, let's rant about them. Come on, y'all. I got to bring dogs in with me. So, yeah,
No one
Taylor
cares about
Swift,
them. No one cares about them damn Sooners,
hey, man.
man.
Hey,
Nobody
man.
care about
Quit
that.
talking about my dogs, man. You better quit talking about my dogs, man. So let's go. Let's go to Philly.
Philadelphia.
You started off with Philly.
Philadelphia has an perennial all NBA guy, top-notch human being to go with that group they've got with Maxey, Edgecombe. Obviously, they got Phylon from Alabama, the first-round pick this year. Listen, no one's going to say that Embiid's going to be the difference maker. He's going to play about 50 games this year. They're going to rest him right, properly right, and they're going to make a big run come February, March, going into April of next year. I think Philadelphia is going to be a formidable team. They've got good young players. They're not old. Yeah, they got Embiid, and we know what Embiid is capable of. But yeah, we know he's going to play about 50 games next year. I think they're going to put his time in place and put him in a situation where he's rested. And I think come March, April, Philadelphia is going to be a handful in the East. And I'm absolutely concerned. I'm absolutely concerned with Philadelphia, 100%.
I tell you what, Embiid, the Sixers are hoping he plays 50 games. They're hoping he plays 50 games. If you can get 50 games out of him and get him to lose a little bit of weight, Philly may be a title contender. But I'm still not a believer. Yeah, they got a good team on paper, but they're going to have to gel and play together. Didn't Maxey have some injury problems last year? So then that leaves Eric. He's out a few games.
Listen, no one plays every game, man. It's the new NBA. He didn't have no injuries last year.
Yeah.
He missed a couple of games.
Well, once Dr. J left Philly, I didn't like him anymore anyway. So F Philly and George Maple. But Philly on paper.
George Mason? You mean the college?
George Maple. I said George Maple. The Sixers fan. I only know like 2 or 3 Sixers fans, so that's who I'm talking about.
Hey, don't.
So
Hey,
yeah, go ahead. You about to say something slick? You about to try to troll the king of trolls? You know I'm gonna hit that. Go
hey,
ahead.
listen. I'm not here trolling, man. I'm just here to just be the balance in this imbalanced boat we're in right now. That's all. I'm just trying to help us bring some light to some dark, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
Man,
You know, think
whatever.
about this. You know, Mitchell Robinson goes from the Knicks to the Boston Celtics, right?
Wow. Knicks are
That
gonna
that
hate
that
that.
takes a hit on the Knicks because their owner didn't want to go into the second apron, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you,
Mhm.
think about this: New York, biggest city, blah 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 blah. You're scared to go into the second apron?
Yeah, and
What,
all
is,
the money he got.
what does
Who
that
is
say?
Richard Buck?
Right, exactly,
All the
right.
money he got.
That's going to hurt him. Now, Mitchell Robinson's not a scorer, but he's a defensive player, strong defensive player, and a hell of an offensive rebounder. You're going to have to find that somewhere else.
I'm
And this, well,
surprised the Fakers didn't go after him instead of the guy out of Utah. Actually.
because Walker Kessler's better. That's why overall better.
Mhm.
But listen, here's the thing: that I think they're overselling Walker Kessler. I wouldn't have paid Walker Kessler $32 million a year to come play for me. Now, I think
Hey, man.
he's a better player, but I think he's been oversold.
I know you've been seeing the jokes about the Fakers. They call them the '92 Boston Celtics.
Hey, here's my problem, right? You know, they
Fakers.
so look, I was watching NBA TV last night, right? They went on this soliloquy about how Walker Kessler is going to be a great fit with the Lakers, and they show these clips, and these clips of him playing. It reminded me last year when they tried to sell us on Jay Huff as Pacer fan, him playing in the YMCA league. Look how dominant he is. I'm gonna tell you this: you can say what you want, you know, about Walker. He's going to be only get better. Yeah, he's big. Yeah, he's big, and he takes up a lot of space. But okay. When it gets into the real games, you're not going to be looking at highlights anymore. It's the real game. And I want to see how he plays there. Because I'm going to tell you this. You want to talk about a turnstile. You got two guards. I said it to you. You didn't believe me. I'm sure you probably looked it up now. Two guards that are lying almost 50% from the field. Now, granted, they've got a couple other guys in the fold, and I get it. I appreciate that. But it all still goes through those two guys. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't see it for the Lakers. I don't see it. They did a good job in replacing Bron with multiple guys. It looks like they got Kuminga as well. That's what the first report just came out. I just looked at. They may be getting Jonathan Kuminga. Now, remind you, oh man, that's a shame. Hold on. Atlanta chose to not re-sign him for 20. Not re-sign to not allow him to stay there on this last year of his deal at $23 million. So something's there. Remember, Golden State didn't play him. Steve Kerr didn't want to play him. He goes to Atlanta. He starts off strong, fades at the end. Atlanta does not, they do not pick up his last year of his contract. Maybe there's more to Mr. Kuminga than we thought. Right? A lot of people say, well, the Pacers should try to get Kuminga. Well, I don't know. You don't want to price yourself out of things, but maybe there's something else going to Atlanta. He's an athletic, guy. He's gifted. But now two teams have said, nah, bro, we good. Go about your business.
Hey, man, I'm happy with Oubre, though, that the Pacers picked up, man. I'm not mad at that, man. And the thing about the Fakers and them picking up that center, they also got that power forward center out of Toronto. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, Mambo, whatever.
You talking about the Lakers?
Yes, the Fakers, yes.
The guy we can't pronounce his name. I got you. I'm with you there 100%. But
I'm sure you can pronounce it.
No, the hell I can't.
Pronunciation is so much better than mine.
No, the hell I can't. Good luck on that one. But here's the deal. I don't remember his name being called out last year about anything. You got to be careful. All money spent ain't good money spent.
True. I agree
so
with you.
They got to get on the court and see what happens. But I'm going to tell you this. It still runs through those two, AR-15 and Luka.
Hey, let me tell you something too, man. These teams are making all these moves, trying to get superstars on their team, but they're neglecting their bench. The last 2 years, well, not last year, but the last 2 years before that, the things that got the Pacer over was their bench play. People always talk about in the playoffs, you shorten your rotation. OKC didn't shorten their rotation. San Antonio Spurs lost because they shortened their rotation. But if
they shot too many damn threes. That's what they lost. They fell in
Yeah,
love
they
with the
did. They
league,
did.
and they got their bus whooped. They had those
Yeah,
leads, and they
they
got
did.
happy.
They did. But
Yeah.
the Knicks played more than 6 players also and won it.
You know what?
So
You know why? You know why? Because they got a coach that understands
they're
coaching.
the coach. I understand. I understand that. But people are neglecting their benches. The Pacers bench and their AAU squad last year played a lot of minutes. So the Pacers bench should be ready and come in fired up, play their 6 and 8 minutes to give the starters a break.
Well, we're gonna find out, right? Because the free agent market isn't over with yet. But I'm telling you, the East has gotten better. Charlotte got better. Philadelphia got better. The Knicks are the champions. Orlando didn't do a lot, but they were formidable. Then you got Detroit. I'm telling you, this is not going to be a cakewalk in the East,
Oh no,
man.
it's not. It's
It's
not.
going. You're going to have to be healthy. You're going to have to be
Mhm.
young, and you're going to have to understand this is a long season. But you lose 2 or 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row. You go from second place to 6th place.
Yes, I agree.
So the consistency is going to have to be there. The problem I've got for the Pacers is, listen, Tyrese has gone all last year. You got 2 role players. You got 2 unit players that are going to be playing in the season, right? You're talking about Zubac and you got Oubre, right? Guys going to be playing big minutes who hadn't played with the team before. So they can't afford. They can't afford to start out like they did 2 years ago. 5-11. You can't afford to do that.
Well,
they got to come out hitting it.
I was listening to one of our favorite sportscasters, JMV, the other day, and he said a good point. He said, you noticed that Turner wasn't good without Halliburton. Halliburton not only scores and passes the ball, but he makes other players better. I'm looking for Halliburton after he get his win and everything to make these guys better. Nesmith will go back to sliding up on the 3. Obi Toppin will probably go back to the bench. And I think we're going to be a very dominant team. And people better not count the Pacers out next year.
No, it's not about counting them out. It's just, listen, man, teams got better around, right? And you just don't know how he's going to respond, come out to kill. Now, mind you, I got word that he's I know they said it on the news about he's 100% healthy, but I got it firsthand that he's 100%, right? And I'm glad of that. I hope they're getting into the lab right now, working together, right? Because we're going to need it. We cannot start off 5-11. You can't do that.
No,
So again, a lot of teams are discounting the Pacers, and that's fair because teams got better. But guess what?
Okay.
Come game 40, and we're rolling that we're I don't know, 26 and 13 or something like that. Okay, now you're talking, right? We got to get out. We got to get out the gate strong, man. And I think they can because, again, to your point, the bench played a lot last year. They're going to have an opportunity in the season to play meaningful minutes, and they played meaningful minutes. So I think they got a chance to be pretty successful, but we just can't start off slow, man.
I agree. Yeah. Hey, I know we was doing a quick show and everything, but one thing, I know a lot of people don't care about the in-season game, but I see a lot of hate going towards Hinkle Fieldhouse. Hinkle Fieldhouse is a historic stadium. That's where Oscar Robinson won the state championship for the first historically black high school in Indiana, Crispus Attucks. They won state at Hinkle Fieldhouse. The ABA Pacers used to play there. That's where Larry Brown won the MVP at. That's where the Butlers of old were dominant at. Hinkle Fieldhouse is a great basketball stadium. And I see what the NBA is doing. They're trying to go back to these historic places and put them on a pedestal and stuff. And some of these college stadiums need to be on a historic stadium. I mean, it ain't running course in Vegas. You got gambling doing Vegas, but this is Indiana. This is Indianapolis. And Indianapolis can put on an event. Super Bowl, they love to hear. That's Indy 500, they love it here. NBA All-Star games, they love it here. The Final Four is here every 4 years. Indianapolis is a great city. That's one thing the Democrats and Republicans typically work on together, and they don't mind because they know it brings money to the city. I'm going to say this. The Cup in Indiana.
I'm gonna say this: to hell with the in-season tournament. I think it's a sham, scam. It's a travesty, Travis Sham mockery, and all the other stuff. I wouldn't give a damn if they played in Hinkle Fieldhouse at West Montgomery Park, Douglas Park, or the Dust Bowl. I could give 3 shits about it, and I won't be watching it, and I don't care who's in it. So those people who knock it, hey, I support them. I don't care. I wouldn't care where it's being played at. It ain't gonna be. It's a scam. It's a sham mockery, is what it is. So they can keep it. You keep your in-season tournament.
You the grumpy old man.
No, I just don't give a damn about it. It's a scam, an in-season tournament. I wanted to, because you about 4 or 5 weeks ago, you know that the team that won the in-season tournament. Oh no! This is what you said. The team that won the in-season tournament.
Up on Game Time Network on the show on Sunday, and I wasn't there to defend myself.
Well, you can't defend yourself because you said it. There's no defense. The team that loses, that wins the fake tournament. Will win the turn. Well, whatever you said, whatever it was, you're wrong as hell. You love seeing you right. I want to hear you say you was wrong.
I said I was wrong last week. I ain't gonna
say it again. You say it every week.
No, I ain't.
You just like my co-host. I told you Brian was leaving. It was a 50% chance. Whatever, he was gonna leave and stay. It ain't like it no.
Whatever, man. Man, let's end this rant.
Keep your in-season tournament. You can, matter of fact, they need to have it at West Montgomery Park, and we can put them bitches they used to have out there back in the day, and we can watch it from there. Now that's what they need to do.
I gotta go get my oil changed, and I gotta go get ready to wear this Pacer gear on the golf course. This just was a rant because all these sorry teams in the East and West are counting the Pacers out, and I wanted to come on. I didn't come on to be attacked by you on some of my takes. You're wrong on 80% of your takes, and I'm right on 80% of my takes. So take that, and let's give a shout out, and let's leave the show, and I'm done with it.
Hey, to that point, thank you for being on this with me for a couple of minutes, you loser. So with that said, thanks for State Farm. I got Matt Gaddis. Any insurance, life, health, auto you need, 317-894-3865. Wired to the nines, any low voltage help you need. Internet, watching nines is the spot. Last but not least, Big Z Sports Grill. Leader and Matt, we come to see y'all July 25th, 7 p.m. We're going to be rocking and rolling. They got cold beverages. Matter of fact, they're expanding the menu for me to add more vegetarian things just for me. So that's a great thing. So there's going to be some good things there for those of us who don't eat meat. So good stuff. Thanks for joining me on this short clip, Reggie. You're still a hater, you're still a troll, but you're my hater, you're my troll. Hey, and I hope you shoot about 120 today on the golf course.
I'm gonna take Al's money today. That's what I'm gonna do.
Tell him he gonna owe me some money too, because he got one more time for a reminder. All right, catch y'all later. Y'all be safe.
Peace.